So a funny thing happened on the way to The Witcher 4. Hi, I'm Steven. I'm a DP. I break down lighting in videos and commercials, but I did look at The Witcher 4 reveal trailer. I think that's what it was. While that was a pre-render, this is supposed to be the actual game engine. I get to explore this as it is going to be explored by regular humans during gameplay. So let's see what we got, because I am super interested. Oh, this already looks freaking gorgeous. Oh, yeah. One thing I will say, and this is something that I appreciate, absolutely. What I love about this is how the blacks are almost straight up black. They are actually black. It's not like kind of black, but you can still see everything. No, it's just straight up going into darkness. And then maybe this is just a haze, and that's the reason why there's no detail down there. But it sure does look like there's black. Actual, like 0% IRE black. And by IRE, I mean, so with video image, you measure it with IRE. And so 100 is peaking. That means that you've peaked, you can't push anymore, and that's the sun right there. And that they've probably dialed that in so that it gives you the maximum output while still being able to see the clouds. That's okay. That's cheating, and that's perfectly fine. We don't get to do that in real life, but more power to you. What is also cheating is whenever, so typically around 3 to 5 IRE is the black level on a camera sensor, or at least the file that they spit out. And so here, looky there, we have something that's around 5 IRE, and that is the jacket right there. It's in almost the center of the shot. Some games like to take anything that would be black and then lift it up. They would lift it up so it's living somewhere in the like the 10 or 15% range where you can see more detail. And I don't appreciate that. Here they've actually treated the image as if it is something that came from a camera sensor. This is beautiful. Off to a great start. And what's even cooler about this is, yes, you have skylight. Your skylight would still be acting on this. So you're going to see some detail, but it is black. So you better not see that much detail. And I'll tell you what, like this is like a mink or some type of like a felt-like material. It's going to chew up light. It's not going to reflect much back at you. Again, down here, this is what I'm talking about. See how dark that is? Beautiful. Let there be zero information in the shadows, in the blacks. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. There's some great cloth simulations. Oh, are you serious? Is this a gameplay, or is this like a gameplay? Is this something that they built? All right, so let's back up. This is what I can. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to play this. I haven't played a game in like over a year. The last game I played was Death Stranding, which is I loved it. So check this out. I appreciate this a lot. This is great. I don't know what engine this is, but it's doing excellent with the lighting. It looks realistic, honestly. So do you see how bright this is? And you see how not bright this is? Games typically take anything that's not bright and lift it up. And I don't appreciate that at all. It's not realistic. It's not, and it might be like the way that they've constructed the engine that it can't do that, but it should be able to. Whenever you're in a dark space, you should be able to see all the detail because your eyes open up. But that means if you look into a place where they got a lot of brightness, like right here, that it should be blowing out or near blowing out. And so let's look at the scopes, and the scopes will tell us, look at that. This mountain right there, that's the one that I circled. That's that thing right there. That is right here and right there. That is at 95 IRE. It is almost blowing out. This in the cinematography world would be great exposure because it's not, once it hits 100, all information is lost and it's just a white blob. So they kept it under 100 and you still have information there. It's pretty hot, but there's still information. There's still texture. And then inside, it's maxing out, or it's bottoming out at around, looks to be 5 IRE. Between 5 and 10 IRE. And then there's certain areas where they jump to like 20. And this is where it would be like 20. But up here, this is like 10, 5 to 10. This is the 5 to 10 range. All of this stuff up here. So there's hardly any texture. But this is how it would work in real life. If you expose to see the minimal amount of texture here, then the outside is hot but not blown out. As soon as you expose and make this stuff brighter, then the outside becomes a white blob. So it's looking like they're treating it like a real camera. And then, oh, did you see that? Did you see that? I saw that. They irised down. So check it out. Check out that mountain. It's bright, 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 and then it gets darker. That's exactly how your eyes work whenever you enter when you go from a dark space into a bright space. Whenever you walk outside and the sun is going, you're like, ah, then your pupils are going to shrink. And that's exactly what they're doing here. The pupils are irising down when they transition from a dark space to a bright space. Okay, this looks great, man. They're doing great with metal. So you see the metal, the glint up there? Uh-huh. It looks like metal. It feels like metal. It's reflecting the skylight very well. There's whatever that is. It's reflecting the skylight. This chainmail doesn't look like it's acting very much like metal. Interesting. It's not as specular as it should be. There's not a lot. The bright spots are pretty dim. And the dark spots aren't as dark as I would expect. But maybe it's just the shape of the chainmail. Speaking of dark, what do I love? Zero information. Imagine that. A cinematographer. I don't call myself a cinematographer, by the way. I call myself a director of photography. I have said cinematographer maybe once or twice, just because that's what people know. But really, I'm a director of photography. Imagine a DP saying, I want to see zero information. Oh, what? Oh my gosh. No, are you kidding me? Do they actually have muscle simulation? What? What is this, a Marvel movie? Are you serious? Is that why it looks so good? Interesting. I think I had said one time before that if you want to make things look realistic, you have to get the texture. It's not, the light is really easy. Light does what light does. But light interacts with the materials, the textures. And so if you want to get realistic looking images, then you need to have realistic textures. So that's, and nothing is perfect. So well, my shirt is kind of perfect. Like the print on this shirt here, what they've put on top of the shirt is different than the shirt material. And so it's going to reflect and interact with light differently than the shirt. You can't make the entire shirt have that reflective property because that's not how it would look in real life. And if you do that kind of blanket approach, it's going to look fake. So real life materials is always a mix of things. So for instance, this keyboard right here, you see part of it is shiny and then the other part of it is more matte, right? And so there's always, and even the shiny parts are like scratched up and scuffed up. So it's a mix of material properties that works together to sell whatever that thing is to you. And what they've done here is they've done a few things. Whatever the texture is they have on the horse, it is reacting in real time to the light. So they have the hairs pointing in certain directions. They have made it so that these hairs react to wherever the light is. And if you turn the camera, they will stop being as specular, which is super cool. Whatever trickery they've done with that is awesome. But that's only to sell an image. So this image looks like a real horse. If you show this to anybody, they would say this is a real horse because they got the materials perfect. even down to like making it, you know, the veins and stuff look real, and the wrinkles and stuff. But what they've just shown here is more than that. An image can look convincing, but video is a different story. And what they've done here is they've went the extra step to, looks to be, yep. So you can see it right there, right here. Check out this muscle. Watch this muscle right there, right there. Check that out as I play it. You'll see it disappear and then come back. That's because they've rendered the muscle. They've like simulated the muscles underneath. And so that means a muscle will pop out and the light will either deflect or catch in a different manner. And it makes it look realistic. So it's taking the material property that you put on top of it, and then you're shifting it according to what's underneath. And because the material property on top is dynamically interacting with the light, the shift underneath is going to it will naturally react as well, and so it looks realistic, dude. This is fantastic. I love to see this. I wonder how much it taxes the processor though. But hey, I mean the cloth sims look great as well. It's fantastic. Yeah, whatever they're using, it's treating the light, both the skylight and the sunlight, realistically. So this is what I'm talking about. When you're outside and you're looking into a building, this is what the Dawnbreaker thing did not do very well. They had a building with a bunch of windows on it, but you could still, and you were outside and there was sunlight hitting that building, and you were seeing inside the walls. The walls inside, you were seeing them. And I said, that's not accurate. That's not how it would really work. So here we are with a building that has no walls. It's just a roof. And even then, what is inside is black. You still don't see the detail because that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it is in real life with camera sensors. I mean, like there's a minor amount of detail right here, but then this dips into black. This is dipping into black. Anywhere where you have a hole, it will just dip into black because there's nothing to bounce out of that hole. The light will bounce into that hole and then get absorbed and die. It's not coming back out. It's like a black hole, a real life black hole. And you'll notice whenever they go underneath this atrium, it brightens up and the exterior brightens up along with it. So it's like they're opening up the iris and giving you more exposure. And then when we come back out, it will get darker outside, and therefore the inside of these buildings get darker. This is great. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is what I love to see. Do you see how almost blown out that is? Oh my gosh. It's not blown out, but it's almost. Let's see what the scopes tell us. The scopes do not lie. Look at that. It's only at 90. I'm impressed. You can see it. And then it comes down as we escape. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait. Go back to that. The interaction of the people. Oh, she's just pushing people out of the way. Oh, she's moving through. That is great. Oh my gosh. Look at the fidelity. Oh my goodness. I want to play this game. I'm going to play this game. This is the next game I play. Oh, what? Oh, is he playing it for reals? So this isn't like some pre-built like walkthrough? I wonder if the path is still pre-built. Obviously, like the zooming in and out is like was planned. There's still something that's pre-built here, but still he's actually walking through it, which is pretty cool. This is what I was talking about. It is sunlight hitting a building. There's a sunlight hitting the building. Do you see in here? You barely see anything. And do you see in here? Absolutely not. Doesn't matter if there's a window in there or not. The only thing that's in there is this little lamp, and it's lighting up. You can barely see the structure that it's lighting up. That's it. That is accurate. Huh. No way. So in the trailer for this game, I noticed subsurface scattering, which is you can do that with pre-renders. I wasn't sure if it would appear in the game, but here you can see it is. You can see it right there in the lips. The lips are glowing ever so slightly. You see a little bit of red right there, where there's a transition between bright and dark. I don't know if you see it in the cheek there, and I'm unsure of where exactly it's playing. Definitely right there in the nose, underneath the nose, that thin part of the nose. I would expect it to play more right here, though. I would expect it, but it's not. But it's doing really good. Fantastic. I was looking at the other guy's face as well. Oh, yeah. So you see how red her lips get right here and right there? That's subsurface scattering. So that is because our skin is translucent in real life. Our skin is not opaque. It's not like a piece of paper. It is. It's not like a piece of plastic. It is translucent. And when you shave off a very thin layer of our skin, you can see through it. Plastic, much less so, if any. I guess it depends on the plastic. Anyway, my point is we are translucent. With enough layers, we become opaque. You can't see through us. But at the edges, the light can still pass through. And what happens is whenever you backlight something or sidelight it, the light will hit and just like it suggests, it's subsurface, so under the surface, and then it scatters and then scatters and then it spreads throughout whatever the material is. In this case, blood and meat blood. Like I've seen it in trees and stuff in games, but to see it on the face, and again, because if I hadn't said it enough, straight up black. Black, 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 black. I want the Dawnbreaker guys to take note of this and see if they can replicate this effect, because this, especially in a vampire especially in a vampire game, blacks, I think, are extremely important. It's like having a Batman game, except you can see everything. What? Hey, I hope you enjoy this. I'm a DP. I break down the lighting in cinematography and commercial work, both good commercials and those that need improvement, as examples of various ways you can light things and what not to do. I do this all the time. I break down these videos. So if you're interested and you want to see more, check it out. Subscribe for more, because I drop them every week. And if that's not enough, you can check out StephenLightStudy.com, where I offer personal, private critiques of your work based on my experience shooting hundreds of commercials. So if that sounds like something that you're into, you should check it out, StephenLightStudy.com. I will see you later. Bye.